Hey, I'm Brad Thornton with American Gymnast, and today I'm going to be showing you the proper technique for a muscle up, as well as some tips, training tips for how to develop the strength to be able to do a muscle up. So let's do it. Alright, so some of the most important things you're going to need to be able to do a muscle up are really the muscles to be able to do it. So you have to train those certain muscles. So one thing you want to start with is make sure the muscle up involves a pull-up and a dip. And obviously the transition from the hanging position to the support, which is the most challenging position. So start off, if you have a nice easy set of grips you can use also, is going to help. But work on, at least on your hang, getting a good false grip. And so that's getting a grip that's right on top of the ring like this. And that's going to be key for your muscle up. Now we're training for a muscle up that's involving no swing. So this is a pure raw muscle up without any kipping or swinging. So you want to get on top of the rings with your hands like this as much as possible. Get this this false grip. Okay. Secondly, you want to start training the pull-up. Okay. If you're not able to do many pull-ups, then most likely you're going to struggle with a muscle up. So train pull-ups on the rings. And you want to train that pull-up as high as you can go. So get that pull-up up here to where the rings are right here, almost right at your shoulders or even above your shoulders. Okay? So practice and hold that. And do as many reps as that as you can, as many sets as you can, as often as you can, developing those muscles. Alright, so the second motion you're going to need to work on is the ring dip. And when you do that dip, you want to work on taking the dip as low as you can possibly go to make it as challenging as possible, because you're passing through the entire position and pushing up from as low as you can be on a dip all the way to support. So train your dips like this. Start with your rings out slightly, come down here, let your rings turn in slightly, and come all the way down as low as you can go. You can hold if you want, and then work on pressing up. Low as you can go, hold it, press. Okay, developing those muscles there. All right, now the hardest part about the muscle up is getting from the hanging position on top of the rings up to the support. Okay, that's the trickiest part. Now, remember what I said before. That grip is very important and key to being able to get on top of the rings. So remember, in your hang, work on getting that nice false grip. So now one way you can practice this transition from the hang to the support is, what's great about these rings I have is they're easily adjustable. So what I've done is I've put the ring down to where I can stand on the floor. The rings are about shoulder height. And so what you can do is just kind of practice this motion here. So just let yourself kind of hang down here in that false grip. And you can use your legs slightly. So I'm just going to pull myself up here. I'm just barely on my toes. I'm just going to give myself just a little boost and press myself up from the dip. Come back down. I'll do it again. Just from the hang. Just kind of utilizing your legs just a little bit. Just to give yourself a nice push off. Just to practice going through that motion. A couple of other options. You can, if you have another person, you can obviously use a spotter, where they're just going to be, they can gauge the pressure needed on your legs to get you through that position. So they can just use a little bit of pressure on your legs, grab your legs, and just kind of guide you through the position, and just use lighter and lighter pressure as you get stronger. Second, or the third option you can do, you could use a resistance band. With these, you could take the resistance band and actually stick them as the rings would be. This is a looped resistance band. They would just hang. You would have to undo your straps here, put your resistance band in, and so the resistance band would hang across and would hang down here to where you could actually step on that resistance band, and it would be like an assist mechanism to get you through the maneuver. Okay, now one of the most important parts about the muscle up itself is the body, the technique, where your body is throughout the maneuver. That's the kind of big part about getting from the hang to the support. So in the hanging position, it's just a normal pull-up from here, okay? doing this on the ground so I can just show you kind of a slow-mo push through this maneuver. Okay, so you can hang regular position here through your pull-up. Now as you get here, this is the key part. You're going to get to this point here where your rings are going to be basically facing this way. And at this point, this is when your chest is going to go forward. Okay, so you're kind of coming from this motion here to that chest coming forward to get you up on top of those rings. Okay, that is the key to getting on top, along with this grip here. Is just pull up, rings turn, chest to get you up on top. Okay, so if you're leaning back here, you're never going to get up. Okay, so get up high, chest go forward on top of those rings, push up. Okay, so now you have the techniques, the exercises you can work, and exactly how to do a muscle up, and now it's really just up to you to go out there and start training. These rings I have are the Rage wood ring set, and like I said, they're very great. They're great because one, you can put them in your home pretty easily, and which I do have a video showing how to install them. And the other great part about them is you can raise and lower them very easily. So it's really beneficial when you're doing training like this, when you need to bring the rings up quickly and bring them down to do certain exercises for your pull-ups or your dips or whichever you need to do. So good luck, and hope you get that muscle up.